Mahomes now on first down. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Christian Jones in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback. And
he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Devon Kennard able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. It's fielded at the 45. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Big 20. Big 20. Big 20. Set. Waiting. Like that.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
one thing rookies need to learn at this level and quick. Make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
To throw on 2nd down. Stafford. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Allen Bailey in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. From the 50 at Stafford. And a pressure gets to him again. Chris Jones. He's the one to get him this time. And back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. They are going to go for it. It's Stafford. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. The Lions into the red zone for the first time. They got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. He had a great read there from his free safety position. And, Charles, you know with those guys, it's all about their eyes. They have to be laser-focused.
Yeah, I had to fake my way through it when I was playing, but now I can see exactly what they're doing. And on that play, he obviously had no presence to feel like he's being pushed for a pass. And without that, that allowed him to get up to the line of scrimmage and hold him to no gain.
He'll get it up the middle, and he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Kerryon Johnson, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point good by Prater. And that makes the score 7-0. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. Well, off topic, but we'd be remiss if we didn't point out what else was happening Super Bowl weekend. The Madden 19 Club Championship, second major this season, 2 more to follow. And our winner, Pavin, representing the Oakland Raiders. He took down the Vikings, and your favorite, Charles, Ivy Strafen. He had to reach for the ibuprofen after a 38-24 beatdown in the final.
Well, you know, if he was representing the Oakland Raiders, the Vikings went down, and they went down hard. That's how the Raiders do it.
How about Pavin, though, wins $100,000 for his efforts, also won Super Bowl tickets for the next day, unselfishly gave them to his father and his brother.
How about that? That's pretty cool. Congratulations, Pavin. Way to go.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs. Now Mahomes throwing on second down. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Now here's Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A very solid gain of 27.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. On play action, it's Mahomes. Dancing to his left. And able to find Conway. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. They go back to the ground with Williams. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime?
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Wilson. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking him for that much space to rumble.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. 11 more on that one and another first down.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be a second down.
Crash down, crash. Here we go. 40 got. Set, at 80.
The shotgun snap for Stafford. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Jumbo.
Operating from the gun, Stafford. This is caught. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. In for the score. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. And on this play, he just made a great route. The quarterback had to deliver it, sure, but a great route run there.
And, Brandon, this is what the best receivers do. They work on their route running because it's one thing to have athletic ability, but to really get open, you have to set up defensive backs with different routes and be precise in your cuts.
Prater for the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Dances by him. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. For the Chiefs, Charles, looking back to last year in summation, 12-4. First time as the #1 seed in the AFC since the mid-90s, 1995. And, yeah, there was a lot of disappointment, understandably so, after that loss to New England. But it's like we were talking about with Patrick Mahomes, a lot to be proud of.
It certainly is, and just think about your chief weapons coming back. Saw what I did there, didn't you?
Yeah, chief weapons.
Tyreek Hill will be back. Travis Kelce will be back. Of course, Mahomes is the quarterback. The defense will need some work, though. They've got to get better against the run. Gave up way too many yards in that category. They've got to get back to their elite levels in takeaway numbers, something that's dropped off the last couple of seasons. But they start to make some corrections there. We'll be talking about Kansas City for years to come.
Yeah, that rush defense 27th in the league, so certainly something to shore up before next season. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Flush to his right. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And out across midfield down to the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes. Flushed out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The former Pro Bowler Glover Quinn there making the play.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. And again, it's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here's Mahomes to throw, eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Lions will take over. Before this next drive gets going, we need to discuss the Hall of Fame inductees. There will be 8 in the 2019 class. We got Champ Bailey, Tony Gonzalez, Ty Law. Who else am I forgetting in there?
Well, how about a big guy? A lineman, Kevin Mawai, who was absolutely terrific in his career. How about Ed Reed?
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw it. And this is caught at the 20. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. The return man here, T.J. Jones. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
On 2nd down, here's Stafford. And that's complete to Luke Wilson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. On 1st and 10, Stafford. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Now let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. So they will go for it. Stafford. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Looking to throw on second down. Stafford, and that'll be incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and it's third down.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
The Lions on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, here's Stafford. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Chris Jones in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down. They're going to try and throw. It's caught. Jones. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Sharp there with his feet. Gets him a little extra space. And then drop just inside the 20. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Johnson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop him. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, as one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. But you just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on fourth. They do go for it. It's Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. There have been no... We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying, "Fly, Eagles, fly," as they get ready to match up with Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Credit the tackle that time to Deshaun Hand.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
Great.
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They'll try and throw for it here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Nevin Lawson with a pick. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On second down, Johnson. And a short gain down to about the 33. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Now Stafford. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback. But as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Well, CD, the NFL held its awards show the night before the Super Bowl, and as you and I had speculated the last few weeks, Patrick Mahomes, MVP, Offensive Player of the Year, and for the 2nd straight season, how about Aaron Donald, Defensive Player of the Year?
Yeah, Donald was expected. We knew that was going to happen. Mahomes, we thought would happen. There was that school of thought that maybe Drew Brees might walk away with the MVP since he's never won one, but Mahomes a deserving winner. How about the Offensive Rookie of the Year? Saquon Barkley with the Giants. Many thought it might be Baker Mayfield with Cleveland.
Yeah, Defensive Rookie of the Year, Darius Leonard of the Colts, and the Colts Comeback Player of the Year, Andrew Luck, and very deservedly so.
I would say that for sure, and he beat out J.J. Watt, who also would have been a deserving winner. Coach of the Year, I thought was a close vote, or probably should have been closer to me, because I thought Anthony Lynn from the Chargers deserved some respect, but Matt Nagy of the Bears, he ends up winning the award. They went 12-4 in his rookie season.
And then last one we need to mention, Chris Long of the Eagles, well-deserved Walter Payton NFL Man of the Year. Congrats to all.
Yeah, how about that? Donated his first 4 game checks to fund a literacy program that donated free books and mentoring services for families. And remember, last season, he donated every game check to causes that he felt strongly about.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Let's go.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Here's Foles. And Jeffrey's got it. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Second and goal from the 6 this time. Foles. Flushed out right. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Devon Kennard able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Now Foles. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete. 1:59 to go in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. And Elliott puts this one through. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, it totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. On first down, it's Stafford. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 yards for number 11. Stafford on first down. Underneath for Johnson. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Second and 10, Stafford again. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Throwing again is Stafford. And he's got his tight end. This is Luke Wilson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. The Lions into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 at the 19. From the red zone now, Stafford. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Stafford. And his throw is going to be incomplete. The tight end, Luke Wilson, was the target. 3rd down here. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Stafford looks to throw again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Bannon coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Eagles defense able to hold. And out now come the Eagles. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, these offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. On first down, Stafford here. And his throw is incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Back to the air. Stafford on 2nd down. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They are going to go for it. It's Stafford looking downfield for Jones. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. Here's Ajayi. He's to the 10, and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Ajayi, 22 yards, and the Eagles add on to their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Elliott now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 23. Just beating the play clock. Stafford. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. On 1st and 10, Stafford. Eluding the pressure right. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. They'll hand it off now, Johnson. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Now a 1st down throw, Stafford. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll run it now out of the gun. And now running right through it. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. They give them 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Same result as last play, 14 yards and another 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. And this is incomplete. Johnson the intended target, and it's third down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low. Scoring, flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
The Lions on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, here's Stafford. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. So on 4th down, the Lions turn it over to Matt Prater for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll start out on the ground with a jive. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Great. Purple 64. Tonight, 180.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter.
Great. Check.
They'll run with Clement. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They'll look to throw here. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
180.
He'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Wilson. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Now a handoff. Johnson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Out of the gun, Stafford. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No first down.
Stafford will stay out there. He'll lead his guys up to go for it on fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. It's caught. Jones. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. They've been burned twice already on fourth down, but the third time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
Big 20, big 20.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Kerryon Johnson, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And he missed it. Oh, would you believe it? It is no good. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. On the carry, here's Clement. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll set up a throw. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. They'll look to throw. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
At this stage, you've got to hustle, got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up.
He's back to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Back to throw. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. They'll run it with Johnson, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle, and he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Now Stafford. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball on a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that